Good day everyone. So for today, I'm going to discuss the gifted and talented education in the United Kingdom and Republic of Ireland. The current UK government, in power since 1997, has made great strides in provision for gifted and talented students and in raising the profile of these students in schools. The revised National Curriculum Access and Inclusion Statements Department for Education and Employment Qualification Curriculum and Assessment 1999 makes it a statutory responsibility to provide for all pupils, which is according to their abilities, in particular the identification of individual needs, differentiation in school recognition of individual differences in education of the able, gifted, and talented childs as a topic of teacher training is written into the guidance of governmental agencies by Monks and Flagger 2005. Well-established gifted and talented education programs offer the possibility of cultivating a society most intellectually promising student into a source of exceptional human capital and creative capacity. But such programs and the protocols that undergird them are far from which they endorse, support, and maintain such programs. In England, 1998, the Office for Standards in Education commissioned Juan Freeman to undertake an extensive survey of gifted and talented provision worldwide, Freeman 1998, in order to inform the direction and scope of the UK plans. The most recent white paper on education higher standards, Better Schools for All, DFES 2005, makes a specific reference to guidance and support for gifted and talented students. One of the keystones of this white paper is the idea of personalized learning, which is described as a tailored education for every child and young person that gives them strength in the basic stretches their aspiration and builds their life's chance, and it will create an opportunity for every child regardless of their background. According to the white paper, proposed school census secondary 2006 and primary 2007 will ask all schools to identify students on their gifted and talented register. All members of the National Excellence in Cities, or EIC, scheme, all members of National Academy for Gifted and Talented Youth. In 1999, the British government launched an education program for gifted and talented pupils as a part of its Excellence in Cities Initiative, or EIC, which was initially designed to raise the educational achievement of able pupils in state-maintained secondary schools in inner cities or areas. Although some activities targeting gifted children had already been initiated by various voluntary organizations over several previous decades, it was the first time that the topic improved provision for the pupil has been placed firmly within the national agenda. Now let's proceed on the physical education school sport club link strategy, gifted and talented strand. The gifted and talented G&T in physical education, PE in skills, or DFES PE, school sport and link, PPSSCL strategy. The main aim of G&T in PE and sports in PESSL is to establish pathway which coordinate the development of and demands on potentially talented young sport pupils so as to enable them to maximize their academic and sporting potential as well. The programs must not focus only on achievers but also those who show sporting potential, including pupils at risk of underachieving and those from disadvantaged areas. On the other hand, the physical educators have the contribution to make to the gifted student with the physical education program. The challenges presented by the student of exceptional ability will help to keep physical educator alert, stimulated, and is enthusiastic about teaching. Some way of which physically gifted and creative student may help in physical education include using them in leaders program, providing special challenges in the form of research, and reading on various aspects of physical education, textbooks, workbooks, and more conventional printed material. So now let's move on the gifted talented Europe. Spain is one of the few European countries where giftedness is mentioned explicitly in the legislation on education. The Royal Decree 696 over 1995 explicitly regulated conditions for educational attention to students with temporary or permanent special needs that are associated history with educational history, or that are due to the condition of the giftedness, mental disability, or motor or sensorial handicaps. So, the focus of special education around the globe may be to provide special instruction to meet unique needs of children, to help them to achieve their full potential. However, each country around the globe may also have its own unique issues, barriers, legal frames, policies, and practices, as well as a history of its origin and education of policies and practices that govern special education in that country. The personal development the individual was only placed third on the list of priorities. These dedicated schools for the gifted still flourish, although on the whole provision for the gifted is provided through enrichment and extension activities in schools. However, funding is often a problem, and it is usually only the most gifted student who can avail of these services. The nature curriculum in Russia has changed in the past 25 years. So, in overall, being a gifted student means you are intelligent, talented, or someone who can do anything in a good way. Even if he or she is a gifted one, every student deserves an equality, so we need to treat them fairly, just how we treated other students as well. So that's all for today. Thank you for your listening, and God bless us all.